Hello everyone. Today we are going to study nouns number. Nouns on the basis of number can be classified as singular and plural nouns. Singular means one and plural means many. For example, if you have one book with you, you will call it as a book. And if you have more than one, that means you have books. And in the same way, I have many more examples here. Let us have a look. One box is a box and many are known as boxes. One ox is an ox and many oxen. One man is called as a man and many are known as men. So similarly, one pan should be called as pan and many should be called as pen. But this is not correct. One pan is a pan, but many are not pen. That is wrong. One pan is a pan and many are pans. But why? We have to learn about it. One mouse is a mouse and many are called as mice. In the same way, one house is a house and many should be highs. But have you heard this word highs? No, I have not heard of it. That means there is some problem here too. One house is a house, but many are known as houses. But why are we facing this problem? Because plurals in English are very confusing and tricky. And we have to learn a lot of rules to move ahead. Now, let us clear the rules of forming plurals. Rule number 1. To form plural of most nouns, we just have to add s to the singular nouns. For example, one arrow is called an arrow, and if you have more than one, they are known as arrows. You just have to add s and it will become arrows. Similarly, one cake is a cake and many are cakes. Just add s. One lion is a lion and many together are called lions. One kite is a kite and many are known as kites. So very simple. You just have to add one s at the end and your singular noun will become plural. Moving on to rule number 2. Rule number 2 says nouns which end with s, ss, sh, ch, x, z, es form their plurals by adding es. Be careful here. Now we are not just adding s, we will add es if the noun ends with any of these letters. Let us see a few examples for this. The first one is bus. This word is ending with s. So we will have to add es to make it plural. So bus will become buses. Look at the next word. That is bunch. This is ending with ch. Again we have to add es and bunch will become bunches. One dish is known as a dish and again it is ending with sh. So we will add es and it will become dishes. One class is a class and many are classes. One fox is called as a fox and this noun is ending with x. So again you will add es to make it foxes. The next one is blitz. This is ending with Z. That means again we will add ES and the noun will become blitzes. So I hope you all have understood rule number 2. Just add ES. Rule number 3. Most of the nouns that end in consonant plus O. Now here, what a consonant is. In English language, you have 26 letters starting from A to Z. And in these letters, you have 5 vowels. Do you remember? A, E, I, O, U. They are vowels and the remaining are consonants. So if your noun is ending with a O and just before O you have a consonant, then you will add ES to form plurals. That is very simple. You just have a look to the noun given to you. If it is ending with O and just before O you have a consonant, that means you have to add ES to make it plural. Have a look to these examples. The first one, hero. This word hero is ending with O. And if you look carefully, just before O, you have R. And R is a consonant. That means you have to add ES to make it plural. Similarly, the next one is buffalo. And this word buffalo is ending with O. And just before O, you have a consonant, that is L. So it is matching rule number 3, that is consonant plus O. So that means you have to add ES to make it plural. Buffalo will become buffaloes. Mango again has O in the end and just before O there's a consonant. So again add ES to make it plural and mango will become mangoes. So rule number 3 says if in the end you have a consonant plus O, just add ES to make it plural. It's that easy. Moving on to rule number 4. Rule number 4 says in nouns that end in F or FE, we replace F or FE with VES to form plurals. So all you have to do is if your noun is ending with F or FE, cut them and use VES. Let us see here in these examples. The first word here is calf. This word is ending with F. You just have to cut F and use VES. The next word is life and this is ending with FE. Simply cut FE and replace it with VES. The next one is thief that ends with F. Cut F and use VES. And the last one here is leaf. Cut F and use VES and your plural will become leaves. So it's easy enough. Rule number 4 says cut F or FE that is there in the end and use VES and your singular will change to plural. Now this rule number 4 has certain exceptions. There are some words who don't listen to rule number 4. They are naughty ones. Let us see who these naughty ones are. The first one here is the word chief. It is ending with F. So we should cut F and use VES. But you know what? A chief word is very bad. It is not letting us do that. And this word says, I want my plural with just S. So, chief word's plural is chiefs. Just add S here. Same is the problem with this word proof also. It is not letting us cut F and is making its plural by adding S and becomes proofs. And same is with this word roof. It just wants an S to make its plural. So roof becomes roofs. And look at these three words here. Scarf, hoof and dwarf. They are confused ones. They don't know whether they are going to listen to rule number 4 or they are going to listen to their friends here. So they have decided they will make their plural by any of these. So to words like this, that is scarf, hoof and dwarf, we can make plurals in both the ways. That is by adding S also you can make their plural, or you can cut F and make the plural by VES. It is up to you. So scarves plural can be scarves also and scarves also. This word hoof can make its plural as hoofs also and hooves also. Dwarf also can have its plural like dwarfs or dwarves. It is your wish. Rule number 5 says that if a noun ends with a Y, just check, is there a consonant just before Y? In case yes, then we will replace Y with IES. That is, if in the end you have a consonant plus Y, cut Y and write IES, and your singular noun will get changed into plural. Let us see a few examples here. The first noun here is city. Look at this word. The last letter here is Y. Check, is there a consonant just before Y? Yes, T is a consonant. That means we will cut Y and replace it with IES. And city word will become cities. Similarly, the next one, lady. Lady word is ending with a Y. And just before Y, you have D. That's a consonant. So cut Y and write IES. Same as with diary. Y. Just before Y, you have R in the end. So cut Y and write IES. Last one, story. This word is again ending with Y. And just before Y, we have a consonant. So we will cut Y and write IES. So rule number 5 says, if your noun ends with a Y, just check, do we have a consonant just before Y? If yes, cut Y and write IES, and your singular noun will become plural. Rule number 6 says, if a noun is ending with a Y, just check what is there before Y. If you don't have a consonant and rather you have a vowel, then in that case, Y doesn't get cut. Vowel will protect Y and Y will remain there only. To make it plural, all we need to do is to add S. So, according to this rule, if your noun is ending with a vowel plus Y, nothing gets cut. All you need to do is to write S to change it into plural. Let us see a few examples here. The first noun given here is ray. Look at this word. It is ending with Y. But just before Y, we have A. And A is a vowel. That means Y will not get cut. All we need to do is to write S, and see, ray word has become Raise now. Moving on to the next one. Boy. Boy is again ending with a Y. And just before Y, we have O. That is a vowel. So, boy will become boys. The next one here is story. But you know what? This story is not the story that you have in your books. This is the story of a building. Look at the picture. Yes. And this word is again ending with a vowel and then Y. So that means Y will not get cut. All you need to do is to write S. So story will become stories. Monkey. Monkey word again is ending with E, which is a vowel, plus Y. So this vowel will again protect Y. Y will not get cut. And to make it plural, all we need to do is to write S. So monkey becomes monkeys. So rule number 6 is just a continuation of rule number 5. Moving on to rule number 7. In nouns that end in on, that means nouns that are ending with the letters on, we replace on and use a. Let us see a few examples here for this. The first noun here is phenomenon. So here this word is ending with on. All you need to do is to cut on and use a. So its plural form will be phenomena. Next one is criterion. So here again it is ending with on. Cut on and write a. So the word will become criteria. So this is how we will change words ending with on to plural form by just cutting on and replacing them with a. Rule number 8. Some words do not follow such rules. Everywhere there are certain people who don't listen to anyone. They are the naughty ones. They don't follow any rules. Such words are called as exceptions. So let us quickly learn them now. Have a look to the words given here. The first noun over here is man. One man is known as a man, but its plural is men. Look here at the picture. One man is a man and more than one, they are men. Similarly, one woman is a woman and more than one women. One child is a child and more than one children. One ox is an ox and more than one oxen. One foot is called as foot, and when you make it plural, they become feet. Louse becomes lice. Mouse, mice. One tooth is tooth, and all together they are known as teeth. So look at them. They completely change. Rule number 9 says there are some nouns who do not change at all. They are very rigid. They say we will not follow any rule and we are going to be the same for singular and same for plural. We will not change. Let us see who they are. They remain the same. The first one here is sheep. One sheep is also called as sheep and more than one, they still remain the same. They are called as sheep only. So plural of sheep is sheep only. Series. Again it remains the same. It does not change. It remains as series. Species do not change. In plural also, they are known as species. One deer is a deer, and more than one also, it remains the same. Deer. One fish is a fish, and more than one also fish. So all these nouns do not change at all. They remain the same. Now let us quickly revise all the rules that we have learned with the help of a mind map like we always do. Rule number 1. Most of the nouns, they change into plurals by just adding s in the end. For example, lion when changed to plural becomes lions. Rule number 2. If your noun is ending with s, ss, sh, ch, x or z, any one of these, then we will not only add s in the end to make it plural, we will add es. For example, bus will become buses. Rule number 3 says, if your noun is ending with o, just check, do we have a consonant before O? If yes, then your noun will become plural by adding es. Rule number 4. If your noun is ending with f or fe, just cut them and use ves. For example, knife is ending with fe. Just cut fe and write ves. So knife becomes knives. Rule number 5. If your noun is ending with y, quickly check, do we have a consonant before y? If yes, then cut y and write ies. For example, this word city has y in the end. Just cut y because there is a consonant before this and make it ies. So city will become cities. Rule number 6. Just see if your noun is ending with y and before y you have a vowel. You don't have a consonant. Then in that case, y will not get cut. We just have to put s and your noun will become plural. For example, boy will become boys. Rule number 7. If your singular noun is ending with on, just cut on and write a there. And your singular noun will become plural noun. For example, criterion has on in the end. Just cut it and write a. And here you have changed all the singulars into plurals. But remember, we have learned two exceptions also. Exception number 1, some words, they completely change. For example, man will become men when changed to plural. Tooth will become teeth when we change them to plurals. Exception number 2. Some words do not change at all. They are very rigid. They remain the same in singular form also and plural form also. For example, this noun sheep will be sheep in singular form and the same in plural form. It remains as sheep only. So I hope you all have been able to revise these rules well now. Well, bye for now, and I'll meet you soon in the next session.